What's up, guys? This is Heaton. Today I'm going to be showing you an updated version of the Season 25 LOD Twister Wizard for GR Solo Push on console. So for the helmet, you're going to want an Andariel's Visage because it's the only helmet that can roll with elemental damage. So you want elemental damage, attack speed, energy twister damage, and socket. You don't need critical hit chance because we're going to be taking the Remnant of Pain, which gives you a 100% chance to critical hit whenever you do a hard crowd control. So we're going to be stunning in order to get that 100% critical hit chance. So no critical hit chance on the helmet or any other gear piece. For the chest piece, you're going to want the Aquila Cuirass because it gives you damage reduction whenever you're above 90% primary resource. We're going to try to be above that at all times. So you're going to be pretty much getting a 100% chance to get that damage reduction. You want intelligence, vitality, armor, and sockets. For sockets, you can put topazes if you want to max your damage out. But if you find yourself a little bit squishy, then you can go ahead and swap those out for rubies or even amethysts. For the belt, you want the witching hour, intelligence, vitality, attack speed, critical hit damage. This belt you want, of course, because it's the only one that you can get attack speed and critical hit damage on. So this is just trying to maximize your damage. For the pants, you want the Blackthorn's Jousting Mail. This is like the Swampland Waders, but for the wizard. It's the only pants that you can get elemental damage on. So you want 20% fire skill damage, intelligence, vitality, armor, and sockets. Same thing for the sockets as the chest piece. You could take topazes if you want more damage. If not, go ahead and put armors or the vitality gem in. For boots, ice climbers, you want this so you're immune to freeze and immobilize effects. This works well in combination with the stone gauntlets in order to keep up your Squirt's necklace up. For the shoulders, you want Mantle of Channeling because this is going to be a channeling build. On console, you're able to actually cast Twister and Channel at the same time with ease. So you definitely want to take this. Intelligence, area damage, cooldown, and resource cost reduction. For the gloves, you want the stone gauntlets, attack speed, critical hit damage, area damage, and you can actually get an additional stat, the reduced resource cost, because we don't need any critical hit chance. For the bracers, you want Ashnagar's Blood Bracers. You also want to be using the Ransler's Folly, but it's better to cube that and wear the Ashnagar's Blood Bracer so you get the full 300% damage buff from the Ransler's Folly. So you want to get this one. You get 20% fire skill damage, intelligence, vitality, armor. Don't need critical hit chance on that. This is to keep your shields up, and we're going to be taking a lot of shields. For the weapon, we're going to be using the Twisted Sword. This is the best sword you can use in the whole game in order to use the Twisters. So you want 10% damage, attack speed, and elite damage. Elite damage is actually a pretty hard stat to get. So if you can't get the elite damage, you could just take area damage or whatever else you're able to. For the offhand, you want the Etched Sigil. You're going to automatically cast an energy twister every time you channel. And it increases the damage of your energy twisters. You want intelligence, elite damage, critical hits gain arcane power, and energy twister damage. Same thing for elite damage. If you're finding it difficult to get that stat, then you can go ahead and just get area damage instead. But this is the ideal setup because this build's actually really good at killing trash. It kind of suffers a bit with guardians. So you want to stack as much of that elite damage as you can. For the amulet, you want Squirt's Necklace. This is the best amulet you can get in the whole game for wizards. This is the best class in order to keep up Squirt's buff too because of all the shields that I mentioned. So you're going to take fire skill damage, flat damage, and critical hit damage. Don't need the critical hit chance on that either. And we're going to be taking the Legacy of Dreams gem, which is going to make this whole build work. Max level is 99, and This is like your set bonus. You want the Stone of Jordan, so you can get more fire skill damage on it. You want critical hit damage and elite damage with a socket. For the gem, you want to take Teguk because you're able to build up to, I think, 80% increased damage. And also you get armor stacks too. So as you channel, you build up the stacks. You actually build them up really quickly too. For the second ring, you want Convention of Elements, flat damage, intelligence, critical hit damage, socket. And for this one, you're going to take Bane of the Trapped. This is pretty much like the best gem in the game. Just gives you a flat 60% damage buff. And when you get this leveled up to 25, you get an aura that reduces the movement speed. So this pretty much procs itself automatically. But you're going to be freezing, so it's always going to be up. Okay, for Kanai's Cube, you're going to take Valthek's Rebuke. Energy Twisters now travel in a straight path and deal 400% increased damage. Ransler's Folly in the cube, so you get the full 300% damage bonus. It's much better to put this in the cube and then wear the Ashnagar's Bloodbracer. Unless for some reason you get like a perfect Ransler's Folly, in which case you can wear that and cube the Ashnagars. You want the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. This is just to help get a little bit more uptime on your skills, which I'll be showing you now. You're going to take Magic Weapon. I chose to take Deflection just to keep up the shields a little bit more, but if you're able to keep it up without, then you can go ahead and put in Conduit or even Force Weapon for more damage. You're going to take Energy Twister Gale Force. You don't need to use the Wicked Wind because Twisters work much differently on console. They last a lot longer, they're able to ricochet off walls and even spin in place. Plus you get more damage with this. And you'll see why we want the Fire Rune when it comes to the gems. You want Diamond Skin Prism. You're going to be hitting this quite frequently. It's going to give you another shield for 3 seconds, and it's going to reduce the arcane power cost. You want Frost Nova Bone Chill. Every time you teleport into packs, you're going to be stunning them, and enemies are going to take 33% more damage while they're frozen. So you're going to be casting Diamond Skin along with Frost Nova because the cooldown is sort of the same. This is 15 seconds, this is 11 seconds. You want Teleport Safe Passage. You need Teleport to move into packs, out of packs, and just to blast through speeds. And you want the Safe Passage for the damage reduction. Then you want to take Arcane Torrent Flame Ward. The Flame Ward is going to give you some more damage reduction as you're channeling. This is going to be, you're going to cast the Arcane Torrent in addition with the Energy Twister. Okay, so how this playstyle is going to work is at the beginning of the battle, you're going to cast Magic Weapon and just forget about it for the rest of the battle, so you don't need that anymore. Then you're going to teleport around until you see a pack that you want to hit. Teleport into the pack, cast one Twister to group them up. You're going to cast Diamond Skin and Frost Nova at the same time, and you're going to quickly channel Arcane Torrent while you're casting Energy Twister. This is a pretty involved build. It's not that easy to play, but once you get the hang of it, you'll see kind of a rotation. It feels a lot like the Firebird Wizard for a console, where you're channeling for a couple seconds, and then you're hitting your chain reaction, and you're channeling again. So it's kind of feels the same. You're going to teleport into the pack, cast one Twister to group, hit Diamond Skin Prism and Frost Nova Bone Chill to stun, and then you're going to quickly channel while casting Twister for only about 2 or 3 seconds, because the stun is only going to be active for 2 seconds, and the Diamond Skin is only going to be active for 3 seconds. So the least common denominator is 2 seconds. So you're going to channel for 2 seconds. When these skills come up, you're going to teleport again, cast them, and then channel. Teleport, Diamond Skin, Frost Nova, and then channel. You're going to always want these 3 skills on cooldown because you need 3 skills on cooldown in order so that the the shards will take full effect. So I'm gonna explain those in a minute. For the passives, you want Audacity. You're going to be teleporting into packs. You're going to be at close range, so you're going to want to benefit off of this fully. Galvanizing Ward for another shield. Unwavering Will, so you can have more damage, armor, and resistances while you're channeling. And Dominance for another shield. So this build really just takes advantage of those shields. So like I said, if you find that you don't need as much shields, you can swap this deflection out for conduit for more resource, or best option would be the force weapon if you're able to, but I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to do that. Okay, for the gem, we're going to take the Sliver of Terror. Let me see. There it is. Okay, Sliver of Terror. You want intelligence on it. The life comes automatically, the cooldown, the resource cost, the gold, and the experience all come automatically as you level it up. The skills that you want on it is you want, if 3 or more skills are on cooldown, your lightning and fire skills are increased by 50% damage. So your 3 skills that you're going to want on cooldown always are the teleport, the frost nova, and the diamond skin. They only last. You're gonna have to cast each of the skills like every couple seconds to keep them up. So you're gonna be teleporting, spamming the diamond skin frost nova, teleporting again to keep that up. And your cooldowns are increased by 25%, which isn't that big of an issue because you're going to be taking the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac in the cube. For every skill on cooldown, you take 12.5% reduced damage and deal 12.5% increased damage. So you're only going to be able to have 3 skills to do this. Any more skills on cooldown would make this build nearly unplayable. It's already hard as it is, but if you're able to pull this off, this is going to be a better build than I think even the Monk or Demon Hunter next season. For the other gem, I'm going to take the Remnant of Pain. Fire skills deal 75% more damage. That's insane. You get those extra skills for free, the crit, the elite damage, the life per hit, the thorns. Your critical hit chance is reduced by 15%, but that's not going to matter because whenever you stun them, you're going to get 100% chance to critical hit. So as long as you're stunning them, you get that full bonus. The only other secondary that you can get for this is when you critically hit an enemy, you increase the attack speed of all players by 5%. This is going to help out. If you choose to use this in a group, this is going to help your group cast their skills more, so this is going to help out. This is also going to help you cast more twisters, which will reset your obsidian ring even faster. Okay, for paragon points, I just put an arbitrary amount here, it doesn't matter, but you're going to want to max all these out first, all these ones down here, and with your remaining points, 50 in arcane power, 50 in movement speed, you can put a couple hundred points into vitality if you need it, just to kind of buff your shields up, but if you find that you don't need this vitality, just go ahead and blast intelligence. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys the follower. There's only one real follower for this build, and it's the Enchantress. You don't need the Templar because the shields are going to keep your health full, so you're not going to be losing health. You don't need any extra health regen. And then you don't need the Scoundrel either because you don't need the crit cloud, because we automatically have a 100% chance to crit. This makes the Enchantress easily the best follower with this build. The only rolls that you really need on your gear pieces are sockets, you want intelligence, and you want attack speed. This follower benefits a lot from intelligence and a lot from attack speed, but you don't benefit at all from any other roll. You don't need to stay alive because you're going to be taking the Smoking Thurible, which is going to give you, it's going to make your follower not die. So you don't need any health, no health regen on this guy. You don't need reduce resource cost, don't need any cooldown. So you're going to take the Mempo of Twilight for the helmet because it rolls with attack speed. only need intelligence, attack speed. You can take a socket so you can give it more experience. You're going to benefit a little bit off of that. You want Tal Rasha's Relentless Pursuit for the chess piece because it's the only chess piece in the game that can roll with attack speed. You want intelligence on that, of course. Sockets so you can put topazes to get even more intelligence. Want the Witching Hour for the belt. Same reason as before, intelligence, attack speed. You're going to take Kane's two-piece on the pants and the gloves so you can get the 8% attack speed and a little bit more XP. Boots, you're going to take the Ice Climbers. This actually benefits the follower, so the follower is going to stay a little bit closer to you because, yeah, it works with the follower. You can get the immunity to freeze and immobilize effects. Shoulders kind of suck. There's nothing really to get. You can go ahead and take the homing pads. It really does not matter what you take for the shoulders. You want the Nemesis bracers for sure, so you spawn an enemy champion. It emanates, so now you get this benefit too. Anything that says emanate, you're also going to get the benefit from this, not just the follower. For weapon, you're going to take Pig Sticker. A lot of people will take the, what's it called? It is I think it's the Thunder Fury? Yeah, a lot of people take the Thunder Fury to stun, but you don't want to do this because you don't want to, you want to control how you stun them. You don't want your follower just constantly stunning because it's going to reduce the time for each subsequent time that you want to stun. It's going to reduce that time. So you don't need a socket on the weapon. You want to take intelligence, attack speed. Reason why you want to take Pig Sticker is because it's the fastest weapon in the game. Your follower will be able to cast the most times with this, and also not stun. Amulet, you want Flavor of Time, of course, so you can get twice the effect on the pylons, which emanates to you. It automatically comes with movement speed or cooldown, but that doesn't matter. You just want to make sure you get the socket so you can put more intelligence in. You want to get actual intelligence on it, and you want to get the attack speed. For the rings, you want to take Creed's Flame. There's really no other good ring to take. You don't need the Weirwood ring because you're not going to be stunning at all, and you don't want to stun. So take Creed's Flame. If you or your follower takes damage by a fire enemy, you're going to gain a little bit of resource. Not that useful, but it may help. You definitely need the Oculus ring. This is going to give you a ring that you can stand in while you're teleporting. So you're going to be teleporting from ring to ring and just doing the whole rotation that I was talking about. You want intelligence, attack speed on this. And, okay. So if you look over here, you can get up to 28,000 intelligence, but you only need, I think it's 25,000. If your follower has up to 25,000 intelligence, then she gets the max benefit off of these skills down here. If you're able to, do not take any of the first skills because you don't want to charm. It's a crowd control. You don't want it to be casting randomly, and you also don't want to use temporal pulse. You want to, at the beginning of the game, not choose any of these. If you do choose one, you can always make a new character, transfer all your gear over, and just don't choose the skill. But if you don't want to do that, I would recommend just taking Charm because it is a hard crowd control. So if she does charm them, then you'll get a 100% chance to crit from that. But it will be random and you won't be able to pull them. So the second skill, you want Amplification. It's just going to give you more elemental damage, which we're already pretty much abusing on all of our gear pieces. You don't need this. Any extra cooldown is going to make your skills come up too frequently, which is a bad thing because you're going to drop your effect on your shards. You could take this if you need a shield, but I doubt you'll need it. So in which case, take Erosion. It's going to give you an extra 10% increased damage whenever she casts it. It's going to affect enemies and they'll take more damage. So that's good. You could take Fate's Lapse if you want, but I doubt that you'll need this. You're not going to die, I don't think. If you're trying to push, you want to use Focused Mind. It's going to give you even more attack speed and help you hit the next breakpoint. All right, so I think that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the description for this build. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. See you next time.